Hey guys, I want to remind you to make sure you give a thumbs up on this video too, and help me out with giving likes on a lot of these videos. I'd like to have a goal where I get 1,000 likes on a video, and you know, we get some good views, but there's sometimes like 10,000 people watching my videos and only 300, 400 likes. So make sure you hit that like for me. I appreciate it. It just helps the channel out. If you want to support this channel and see things get better, just hit the thumbs up. That's a great help. Thank you. What's up, guys? CP the Tool Addict. Woo! How you doing? Hope everybody's getting it done in 2022. Are you fired up? Because I'm fired up. I'm ready to kick some snails and peanuts. Yeah, that's what I'm ready to do. Anyways, guys, today we're gonna talk about something that you know, we're just going to kind of peruse through my boxes while we're talking, and we're going to talk about some tools. We're going to talk about a few different things. But we're going to talk about why mechanics are considered dirtbags. That's the title. That's the name of the title. Why mechanics are considered cheats, thieves, all that and this and that. And we're going to kind of go over these topics and then talk about tools and why this tool is better than this tool. And why, we got the separation and whatnot. So, yeah, let's get into it. All right, so, mechanics get called a lot of names and a lot of things, and you go through and you look at, tools and whatnot. And so, especially in considering my toolbox, but just a massive amount of different tools, stuff that diagnostic-wise, is just, you got all these fiddly things and whatnot like that. But yet, you've got people out there that don't know how to use half this stuff. And they'll still call mechanics cheats, thieves. And then they say, of course, you don't need to use these tools. You don't need all this. There's a portion of excessiveness that comes with some mechanics, myself included. Do you need all these tools? No, I could get by with one ratchet. One ratchet. I definitely don't need all this stuff. It's a want, and it's something that I chose to do. Part of it was because of YouTube, to be honest with you. I kind of got in a rabbit hole wanting to know what ratchets. And, that's one of those deals, curiosity kills the cat, I guess, in retrospect. But on to the main part of this, of why mechanics are considered dirtbags, scam artists or whatnot, is because most guys, they get things done, or DIYers, or, some guys that don't, well, I shouldn't say most, but people who don't understand that the reason why mechanics buy impacts and whatnot, impacts, cordless ratchets, they have massive amounts of sockets, and they have this huge assortment of wrenches, and all these different tools, is basically because, why do I need 2 sets of wrenches? I don't necessarily need them. And the thing about it is with most mechanics, we could get by with just simple things like a ratchet and a simple set of sockets, 1 set of wrenches, okay? You could do 90% of your stuff with just a wrench that's not ratcheting. But does it make it efficient, okay? There's two things to everything there's 2 sides to every coin, obviously, and there's 2 ways to look at it. But you have to have an open mind, and that's the problem with this world nowadays, okay? We got just genuine people like myself. I'm pretty genuine. I just tell you how it is, and it's not really well received all that time, but we're gonna, the fact of the matter is that do I need this 3/4 inch set? From what I do for my job, there's going to be an instance where I'm going to need a 3/4 inch ratchet, and this is a breaker bar and a torque wrench combo. And anything that torques over 375 foot-pounds, I think, is all my what's mine? I don't remember what my electronic torque wrench goes up to. I think it's 375. Anyway, somebody in the comment box will tell me. That's why you have that, to reach those different types. There's certain instances where we don't want to have to chase down, mechanics don't want to have to chase down tools, okay? And it makes your job efficient, and it also gets the job done quicker, which is part of the efficiency. It just makes it easier. Life is easier. The customer's happy. We have a lot of people pleasing to do as mechanics, okay? And I don't think the general public really understands that, is because we're always trying to make the customer happy. The majority of mechanics out there really want to make the customer happy. I mean, to make a customer have good praise about you and say good things and want to come back to your shop. It is also, you know, I mean, like, and it's a nice tool collection. You've worked your whole life. For me, this is 20 years, and I started off with cheap sockets, and I've talked about this before. I didn't just blow up on all these. I've had older tools, you know, I mean, we've got the bench top, Taiwan. You know, these sockets were the ones I cut my teeth on, and basically how I made my money was with a lot of these sockets that are older sockets here. You know, and you can see they're missing, and they've come up, you know, there's pieces gone and whatnot like that. That's the reason why, is because I've upgraded on some of these sockets. I mean, these were my swivel sockets. Craftsman USA. I used these for years, and I didn't much care for them. They were, you know, kind of clunky, and they didn't work as well. Not only that, I had more issues, and so I wanted to get a good set of swivel sockets. And swivel sockets make me a lot of money. And impact swivels are the bread and butter for me. It's a preference to help me be more efficient, do the job correctly and better, and also to please the customer. Because I want to get that car fixed in a timely fashion, okay? And I tell you what, here in the Rust Belt, it's really hard to meet the demands of book time sometimes. I don't know where, I think they write these things in perfect conditions. You know, obviously they're not written after a car's gotten 10 years of rust on them, and they haven't, you know, sometimes the book time is adjusted. But that's just it. There's a multitude of things that people really don't understand. And so when they make blanket statements like a mechanic is scamming me or stealing from me. So for instance, let's say there's a book time calls for an alternator job, and the fluctuation really is a big thing here. I'm kind of going off on a tangent here a little bit. But let's say we're just going to use a simple thing like an alternator. Okay, if an alternator calls for 7/10 to replace it, which is roughly about 45 minutes, and you get the job done in 30 minutes, okay, you saved yourself 15 minutes and you made money. Now, most people will come back and say, that mechanic ripped me off because he charged me for 15 extra minutes of time. Well, here's the thing, guys. There's also going to be that time where he's working on a car where it's going to cost him 15 extra minutes. Would you pay your mechanic more? Because that seems to be a problem. I mean, you're not going to pay your mechanic more, but yet you want him to charge you less when he makes time. This is not... We have to use common sense in some of these situations. And that's why... And not only that, when you spend $500 on a tool and you get the job done faster, you don't have these tools in your possession, and, you know, you say, well, I could have done that. Well, sure, you could have. With a hand ratchet and a normal set of sockets and a basic wrench, maybe screwdrivers. You know, you really, when it comes right down to it, you can get any job. And you know what? It's completely satisfying sometimes. This is no joke. This is a secret. It is completely satisfying sometimes to just sit down and slow down and take your time doing something. You know, sometimes it's nice to just break out the old ratchet, get a socket, and just tear down something nice and easy, like fix it. Use your hand screwdrivers, not your impacts, and not be in a hurry. I think a lot of mechanics would agree with that. But at the end of the day, not all mechanics. The title of this video is Mechanics Are Scumbags or Scammers. Well, and the reality of it is, some are, yes, you're going to have that. You're always going to have bad people in the world. But at the end of the day, I think there's a lot of us who get misunderstood. And in blue-collar trades anyways, would you want your plumber to be doing things with a hacksaw and all that. You know, I mean, the reason why we have these tools is to get the job done faster, to save you money. And a lot of people don't get that. You know, these tools are not just because they're considered bougie or whatnot like that. There's a lot more to it than that. So anyways, guys, that's the video for you today. CP the Tool Addicts, words of wisdom. Just a little bit of advice to somebody. Give a mechanic a break. And, you know, the DIYers will give you a break. We literally want to get along with everybody at the end of the day. And that's all there is to it. So remember, guys, like, comment, share, subscribe. Ring that bell. Remember, keep your hands dirty and your money clean. Thanks for watching.